This is my very first pageant Q&A and hopefully not the last. So I asked a few questions the other day and I am going to be answering them. So here we go. So how do you come up with pageant fundraising ideas? Well, to be honest, I try and use what I already have. So I'll use like hobbies or maybe something to do with my like job at the certain time and try and use that, and already my advantages of how I know people. Don't always rely on kind of the pageant community, as we're also busy with our own fundraising. It's good not just to rely on us pageant sisters. Are there male pageants? And if no, then where would you go to apply? So there are plenty of male pageants that pretty much got the same names as the kind of the Miss titles, such as like Mr. World, Mr. Universe. They are all kind of the same. And honestly, I don't know where you would apply, but I'm sure if you put in Mr. Pageants, they will come up, because I do know, and like the current Mr. World is from England, so they definitely do exist. So what colour would you never wear for evening? Personally, I would never wear purple, just not my colour. I don't think I would wear grey either. Silver I would wear, but not grey. But not that I'm against those colours if you were to compete, just not for me. So I've got someone about my height. How much is the height difference between you and your dad? To be honest, only like 2 inches maybe. He would probably battle that with the same height, even though I could tower above him. Like, he claims to be like 5'10", but I don't think so. What things make you feel special or different compared to other women? I don't think I'm that different compared to other women, but I think being confident in who Harriet is, I think that's a really big thing, and I think that makes me different. I'm really confident in who I am, and I think it's taken me a while that I wouldn't change like a personality or any features about myself. I've really learned to just love me. So what is the strengths and weakness of Jolene? Could she have entered the top 8? No, she entered the top 8 but couldn't enter the top 5. Honestly, I think when you get to that big a competition, it does not matter like what you do, that we're all different in our own right, that it's down to preference of the judges rather than what she didn't do right. I think she was amazing. She was such a nice person inside and out. She was so beautiful. I just think it was the judges' preferences of what they liked. So what did you think of Andrea Toscano? I'm so sorry, Andrea, if I've pronounced your surname wrong. I've never actually said it. So that is Miss Mexico International, for those who don't know. She was so kind. Like, she was just lovely. One of the girls that I got on with so well. I say that, but I got on with all the girls absolutely fine. She was just so kind. It was so nice to actually spend the last week with her, and we actually got to spend more time together. She's so lovely. What was your favourite outfit? Do you still have it? Pics, vids for bonus points. Oh, I'll see if I'm like clever enough on, on iMovie to put a video in, but it has to be my Miss International gown that Anaz designed for me. It was so beautiful. Like, I just gave them like the colour and he created the gown and I was so happy. It is 100% my favourite. Where do you get pageant headshots? Charlotte Clammy, of course. Like, she is absolute like best fair pageant headshot. She's my absolute fave. Do you get your makeup professionally done or do you do it yourself? For my handover this year, I'll actually be getting my hair and makeup done, but for Miss International Japan finals, I actually done everything myself. Actually, I got my hair done. That's a lie, I nearly lied, but I actually can do both just fine. But I like to just de-stress and actually have a makeup artist and a hairdresser do it. I just feel like I can enjoy the experience and not have the pressure on myself. Where do you buy your pageant jewellery from? Earring envy. Like, honestly, the earrings are just absolute favourite, especially for just pageants. They are so over dramatic. I absolutely love them. So which pageant system is your favourite? That is so difficult because I am just a pageant fanatic. I absolutely love Miss International, but I also just love Miss Universe. So I also competed in another pageant called Galaxy. What was it like competing in Galaxy? I absolutely loved the experience. Like, the UK squad was like such an amazing experience, having like 10 sister queens to go out to Orlando with. It was amazing just to go to the USA. I have literally some of the best memories and made some of the best friends through Galaxy. So I'm completely new to pageants. Where do I start? I think just doing some research on the system that you're entering is probably your best bet. As previous queens, like us girls are like so happy to help. So just give them a message, research, get pageant friends as well. Like the more friends you make in the pageant world, the easier things are. Like we're not here to like trip you out or anything. We're here just to be friends, and even the girls who compete against are so kind. So I've got people asking how tall I am. I'm 183 centimeters for those who are asking. What do you think of the cancellation of Miss International 2020? What does this mean for you? So I'm a bit gutted for the girl who could have had like an extra year, or the girls who age out, but it's obviously safety comes first, and health and everything like that is so much more important than a beauty competition. So I wish it did happen, but I'm also kind of excited that I could have my sash for another year if I wanted to. But I'm sure the girls who have already got their crowns, so fingers crossed they get to compete in the next fall final. And I'm also really excited for Bint. Like I think she deserves an extra year, just with obviously the outbreak. I feel like she's lost some of her reign, so it's quite exciting for her that she still gets a full year of her duty, which she totally deserves. Will you be competing in Miss Universe next year? Well, maybe not next year, but who knows for the future, because a girl can have two dreams. Why do you think United Kingdom is a weak sash globally? This is a really good question, and it's something I really wanted to change. That was like my big goal for going out to the international pageant, was to kind of show that Europe can be really strong in a beauty pageant. I think United Kingdom hasn't been as strong in many of the like big pageants, just because I think once you've had a winner, you know kind of those tips, you know those secrets to how you do well, and you also have a lot of funding from your country's sponsors, and you're far more backed, and well, you have higher expectations too. And I think in the UK, pageants aren't taken that seriously, so I think it's just more about people following as well, that there's not as much support. I really feel like I changed some of that competing this year. I was so well supported. I couldn't believe the love that I got from all around the world, like especially my Indonesian love. Like I had so much support. Is your UK handover going ahead? So actually today I should have been handing over. This time last year I won, so it has been slightly delayed, so I do get a extra long reign with being a UK title holder. But yes, hopefully in August everything should go ahead. What is your favourite crown? I have to say it's the Miss International one, and my UK crown. I absolutely love that crown. It's like so big, but it's so sparkly. It's absolutely perfect, and I actually love all the crowns that I've won have all been AB, so it looks really cool in the case. Who is your favourite Miss Universe? This is so difficult. Like I could not choose like between Demi or Catriona Gray. They're both just so inspiring to me, especially Demi for her Unbreakable campaign. I think she was absolutely incredible doing that. She was so strong. If you don't know about her campaign, you should totally look at it. And then Catriona Gray, she's just like absolute amazing model for starters, but then also she promotes like anxiety, like bullying online, and I just think they're amazing things that she's speaking out about, and the pair of them I could not choose. I hope you've enjoyed this pageant Q&A. Much love.